A staple of the internet is people being bored and making someone random famous for no reason, simply because people are bored. And everyone, whether they're
not bored, it's just usually whoever gets famous, they get famous because they do or say something that's stupid, that's repeatable by dumb people. Like, you never see anybody that gets popular for being smart or doing anything that's, like, intelligent. You only see people that get popular from, like, saying something stupid.
Want to admit it or not, would love this type of attention. Which is why every content
me
creator
outside,
is pretty much competing for yours 24/7 when you think about it. Not me, though. I mean, I guess it would be cool if you subbed, but, like, I'm not really bothered.
Yeah.
And I guess it would be if you did to my second channel and a gaming channel.
Jesus.
And a
Jesus.
But, like, I'm
That's
not really
lot.
too worried about it. I'm good. Going viral has been a thing since the internet has existed. Really.
Yeah,
it kind of
man.
shaped the internet as a
Charlie
whole. I mean,
bit
the
my
only
finger.
reason
Yep.
YouTube even got invented in the first place was because people were trying to find clear footage of Janet Jackson's nipple. I'm not
That
even
was
joking.
crazy,
That's actually
yeah.
why YouTube got created. But as the internet has started to grow and grow, I can't be the only one that's noticed that going viral is kinda dying. The art form that was once a masterful craft that took years and years to master is now dwindled to.
Welcome back to Talk To It.
Welcome back to Talk To It.
I think that that's not what happened. I think that going viral is the same, but now you have people that try to monetize that virality. But the problem is that the people that are doing it usually aren't very interesting. And the only reason that people had attention to it was like, you know, they said something funny. But also that Cash Me Outside girl from Dr. Phil, she made like over $50 million on OnlyFans. Like the day or something like that, the week that she turned 18, she did OnlyFans, and she was making like $1 million a month. Yeah, she raked in the money. Yes, she did. She farmed the fuck out of them.
15 seconds of fame nowadays is more like 3 with some leeway sometimes. And I think the main...
I feel like actually that's not true. I feel like it's just the same. It's just that like people try to ride the wave, whereas before people didn't have the tools to do that. So you would just see some meme happen, and then it was popular for like a week, and then people would stop talking about it.
difference of going
like you didn't
viral
see
in
the
past
fall off.
versus now is how easy it is to go viral. Before, when you went viral back in the day, aka anytime pretty much before 2020 or TikTok, you were the internet star for the time. Like, your meme was not leaving the mainstream feed for a good amount of time. It would have time.
I don't know about that. I feel like there's a lot of things like this that happen. Remember, like there was that one guy, hide your mama, hide your wife, like, and all that stuff. There was that one, and then I really feel like, yeah, a lot of the cases are like that. Yeah, a week and a half. Yeah, people talk about it. Everybody's memeing about it. And, like, people still make jokes about it later on. But for the most part, people move on. I think that's normal, really.
To soak in and eventually get to the point where damn near everyone knew what it was. A good example for this is Damn Daniel. Them kids don't know about this one. This was my Hawk Tour before Hawk Tour. Damn Daniel went viral, and I swear you couldn't escape this man in 2016. People's friends were trying to recreate the scene to go viral.
That was annoying,
he appeared
bro.
in the YouTube Rewind in 2016. He appeared on Ellen and got a lifetime of Vans. This shit has 44 million views. Just to put it in perspective, what's that?
Okay, that's fucking crazy. That's nuts. Like 44 million people watch this shit? What the fuck?
Of motion Daniel was having at the time.
Jesus.
Ellen was a solidifier for your online stardom back in the day. Even if we go back to pre-internet times, a good example is Kim K. Back when Kim K got famous for dropping a sex tape, it was unheard of. Was horny and in shambles, the worst type of horny. They couldn't believe a celebrity woman would just casually drop a tape to the public. And the worst part is...
didn't her mom leak the tape? Like, I don't remember exactly, like, what all the specifics were, but didn't her mom leak it or some shit like that? Yeah. That's crazy. Wow.
It was mid. Like, if she dropped that tape, now would call the stroke game subpar and move on. We've become too much of a gooner society. It wouldn't even matter. Not that I would personally know what happened in the tape, you know. But nowadays, all you gotta do is pay the price of a Big Mac meal a month to see your favorite celebrity woman.
That's not a Big Mac, that's a Whopper. You can tell by the sesame seeds on the top of the Whopper and also the size of it. That's not a Big Mac. And there's also no bun in the middle. Not a Big Mac. You can easily tell that's a Whopper.
Naked. With virality nowadays, the internet moves so fast, you're basically forgotten after a week. Multiple things are going viral a day at a rate where people can't even keep track. Compared to in the past when the internet was smaller, just that one person would be known for a while. Like, I would say more people at their peaks were talking about Damn Daniel than the TikTok Riz party kids. And this isn't to hate.
I think also another reason why it happens is that a lot of people try to go viral now, and like they try to do things like this, whereas before they just kind of happened organically because like the idea that you can monetize or take advantage of it wasn't really as established in the public. So people are always trying to do like weird, awkward, off the wall stuff in order to get a lot of attention. And I think that now people have like less of a tolerance for it because they assume that that type of behavior is inauthentic.
On them or any of these people really. I'm simply talking about the effectiveness. Even music stars who blew up off memes, time is ticking faster. Ice Spice as an example. Ice Spice had like a solid year run, maybe 2 if you really want to count it. I feel like she would have fell out the spotlight way faster if she wasn't doing the, you know, Ice Spice thing. But nowadays, she don't even seem to like it anymore. I've never seen anybody twerk with a straighter face. Comparing her with someone that had a similar come up to her years ago, Lil Pump, I'm gonna say it like,
I mean, I feel like I've never listened to a song by Ice Spice. I don't even know what she sounds like. I mean, people aren't gonna just get focused on her, and she's being forced at this point. She is, and like, I mean, I could see why people say that she's attractive, but like, Kim Kardashian's way more attractive, so it would make a lot more sense that she would get more famous for being hot, right? Like, I mean, let's be fucking honest, guys. Just saying the way it is.
Somebody got to. Lil Pump was popping way more than Ice Spice ever was. Gucci Gang has 1 billion plays on it alone. Like, he's retired off this song by itself. I remember growing up and all my 5-year-old cousins were coming up to me singing Gucci Gang. And I'm bringing this up to show how virality is truly dying, because they basically both had the same package. Both had their distinctive looks. Both had memes made around them. Both had cosigns by major artists. And one was going way crazier in their prime compared to the other. Granted, Lil Pump's fall off is definitely more noticeable when he's pretty much turned into a Trump fan page.
Oh, this guy? Damn, I didn't even realize that. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even know this. I never put the 2 and 2 together for some reason.
Other things, one of the big superstars of the world, Little Pimp.
I would have never guessed the that made D-Rose would start Trump, but hey, I guess whatever gets you the bag. Another thing that's changed virality and made it different is the sheer amount of people online. Like, the meme dies so much faster than it did in the past because everybody eventually starts using it. People either use it in
the problem also is that this is the other issue with like internet memes now, is that there are too many people on the internet that don't understand the culture of the internet, and they just repeat the memes over and over. And I think also, if you look at a lot of the older memes, they were a little bit more interesting, whereas like now it's always somebody saying something stupid and then everybody repeats the stupid thing that they said. That's the entire behavior that people do. There's not anything complicated to it. There's not like any fine print. There's no like innovation. It's just the same base. Yeah, do you know the way? Hawk Tua, Cash Me Outside, Harambe. Like it's basically memes have been reduced to the lowest common denominator because now you have everybody on the internet. So you have retards using memes and they die faster because nobody wants to look like a retard using the meme. That's what I think happens.
wrong way or just use it in an unfunny way. All the brand accounts online try to copy it and go viral in the moment. And the time you'll know the meme is truly dead is when your parents or an older family member brings it up to you. Like, that's the final call and time to wrap it up. And with the internet being so big, you might be in one community on the internet where something goes mega viral over there, and you think to yourself, everyone's got to know this meme by now. But then you come to find out that nobody knows it except for you and the people who watch that person. Like, have you ever had to explain to a friend somebody that you've watched so much and seems big to you, but they have no clue who the person is? And that ain't a bad thing
Honestly,
either.
no, I've never tried to explain an online content creator to another person before. I've never tried to do that because I feel like if I tried to do that, I would feel stupid doing it. I would feel so dumb.
It's not like you're supposed to know everybody on the internet. But we live in such a
Actually, that's not true. I did explain Chris Chan on the on Steak and Eggs podcast. That's not true. I did. But besides
the internet climate nowadays that if you're not guaranteed to be popping online by the masses, people will just spam laughing emoji and who in the comment section. Like, you're not supposed to know every person, my. The internet has
it's also people don't like, so this is the other reason, is that people love grave dancing on people that are popular on the internet when they're not popular. And you see this like with everything. So you see it like with YouTube, you see it with Twitch. Like nowadays, like Twitch is better than it was. But like, do you remember back in the day where somebody would start losing viewers on Twitch and then people would stop watching them because they're like, well, this guy sucks. Nobody's watching him. He's a loser. Like, if he was funny, people would watch him. And so that's what happens, right? And then you fell off, right? Look at Ninja, for example. And so as soon as somebody loses a degree of relevance, everybody wants to grave dance on him because people secretly have a certain degree of envy and they feel like it's unfair that somebody can get a lot of popularity or a lot of attention for something that's fucking stupid. So myth and it doesn't matter who the person is. People just like to see other people fail because it makes them feel better and it feels unfair that that person was successful in the first place. So they see some random guy that gets really popular on the internet just for like fucking nothing and he's making YouTube videos and it's like, meanwhile, you're working your shitty job that you don't like and now you finally see them falling off and you're like, haha, yeah, you're not better than me. And so that's why a lot of people are like this. It's jealousy. It is a lot of jealousy and envy. And I think that now it's much more evident because you can see how much money content creators make. Because like before, this is how it was with streaming, is that a lot of people on Twitch, and this sounds so fucking stupid, but I'm going to be honest, a lot of people on Twitch actually thought that streamers like Mitch Jones and Soda Poppin' were like them. They were like, oh yeah, these guys are just like me. Meanwhile, they're making 10, 20, 50 grand a month, and they live a completely different life than you do. But the naive nature of like a parasocial audience was much more powerful then because it hadn't evolved as much as it has now. And so that's what it was. They're just like me, right? Exactly. So that's how I see it. Soda Poppin' is at least a nerd like us. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Donating all their money to them. Yeah, exactly. And like, you remember how back when like Twitch Prime came out, people were very much like positive about supporting streamers and like doing all this stuff. And now when you see somebody who's supporting a streamer, there's like a subset of people, or like any content, by the way, it's not just streaming. I'm just using streaming as an example. There's like a subset of people that are constantly like, oh, wow, you're giving a millionaire your money. They don't know your name, little bro. What are you doing? Are you stupid? Keep your money. They don't care about you. Everything like that. And I think that a lot of that reason is because people feel like they feel like it's unfair that somebody like that can just make a ton of money and be successful and they can't. So when they see somebody get a donation for like $100, meanwhile, they worked all day and they didn't even make $100, there's a massive amount of envy that happens there. And so that's the other reason why like the going viral thing is like people like celebrating somebody failing is because it makes them feel better. It's unfair. Yeah, and to a degree, it is unfair.
Billion people on it. I feel like more people gave a chance to new talent back then compared to now. Before, people might follow your come up and try to see the heights you could reach potentially. But nowadays, if you do that, it's a riding or meat riding or glaze. These words have single-handedly ruined the internet. And don't even try to say you were inspired by anyone in 2024 in the slightest, because it's a crime online. It's rare people want to get involved with someone on their come up now. Another thing that ruined internet virality for people is the sheer...
Yeah, I think that's true. There's like a lot of meat rider comments anytime that you're positive about something. But I think that also like the meat rider and dick rider and glazer like comments, I think that also stems from jealousy as well. Like a lot of it, I feel like a lot of this on the internet is actually just like completely a result of just jealous and envious people that are mad that they're not in that position. And like I've seen this happen a lot with like streaming. Like with streaming, it's like super, super, super bad. No happy person is doing this. Yeah, that's true too.
Commodification of it, aka turning the moment into an immediate business. Like before, when a one-hit wonder like Damn Daniel went viral on the streets, sure, he would be on talk shows, getting guest appearances, etc. But even that wasn't the norm back then. Nowadays, a viral meme is gonna hire a lawyer, social media manager, private chef, real estate agent, and start strategizing on where to take it. Y'all remember the TikTok Riz Party kids? They had a whole ad.
I feel so good that I'm now old enough that I don't even know what this is. I have no idea. The TikTok Riz kids, you know what this is? No, I have no idea. No clue whatsoever.
Collab with Marc Jacobs, the high-end fashion designer brand.
Is that a guy?
Like, explain to me how these two images even correlate with each other. Or the
I'll tell you how they correlate with each other. So basically, the high-end fashion brands are generally made for people that are stupid. And they're stupid young kids. So a stupid young person is going to see this, and that's where they're going to buy that. Rich people generally don't buy stuff like this. Like, if you look at anybody who's got, like, a lot of money, most of them are not showing it off. Why is that? Because if you're, like, think about it, right? If you're worth $100 million, do you want everybody to see that and know that you're worth $100 million? Do you want them to, like, you go to the store and people see that and they know that about you? Absolutely not. No. Because that could create all kinds of problems. And so, yeah, many do. No, the people that are usually doing this, like, yeah, of course you have some people that spend their money and they're, you know, very conspicuous about it. But I think the majority of people that actually have a lot of money don't do that. And I think that's why the brand is advertising with these kids. Because the people that buy this kind of stuff are young and poor. And they buy this stuff so they can act like they're not.
With each other. Or the Hawk Tuah girl. Like, why does the Hawk Tuah girl have a lawyer and Hollywood agent? Shaq giving advice on how to handle her fame. The only thing Shaq should be handling off court is girls half his size. And now has an official...
That was... I saw that. Good one.
Podcast called Talk Tuah with Haley Welch. I told Granny about Hawk Tuah. Oh Lord, the end times are near. And like I said, I'm not hating on any of these people.
Let me see how it's doing. Let's see how the podcast is doing here. This one got 1.5 million views. That's crazy. The second one has 584,000 views. The third one has 191,000 views. Number 4 in USA on Spotify. I don't know how to check. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Number fucking 5. That's crazy. Wow. Well, there it is. Now I'm jealous. Yeah, I guess so. Holy shit, man. Yeah, she's a plant. People say that about everyone. That term has lost all relevance because it's just been used so often.
Trying to capture the moment. 99% of the people making fun of it would trade their nuts or clit to be in the exact same position.
Absolutely.
But I blame the internet because in the past, this would not happen. The saddest part of all of this, though, is the downfall of these people after. Like, for the TikTok Riz Party guy, at first, you could see his views are insane when the meme was first starting to blow up. Then slowly, over time, it starts to go down and down and down.
Jesus. Sebi261. Let me see how well his channel's doing right now. Sebi_261. TikTok Riz. Yeah, no, I actually want to see if this guy is still popular. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 109K, 32K, 200K. Yeah, it's definitely... Because this one had 1 million. And he's... Yeah. Yeah, it fell off hard. It did. Because these are pinned ones. And, like, usually people pin their most popular ones, so it makes their account look more popular. So, like, you can't look at the ones that say pinned. Because these are the recent ones, and they have... Some of these have less than 100,000. And on TikTok, that's actually very little.
And all the comments are filled with people just talking about the fall off. And sadly, that's the fate for a lot of these people, and there's not much you could really do about it after it happens. There's also a clear difference, too, between an established content creator that blew up off a meme versus them. With the content creator, they already put in the work.
Well, here's the difference, right? Is that Speed and Queso are really entertaining and funny. And they do things that are funny and entertaining all the time. Whereas a lot of these other people aren't like that. They just say one thing and then that's it. Well, yeah, if say the thing, like Pokemon say one thing and that's it. It's really not that good. Speed is not funny. Speed is incredibly entertaining to a lot of people. If you're not one of them, then I respect that, of course. But to say that he's not funny or he's not entertaining is just like, again, like you're being a fucking boomer. He very clearly has an audience of people who think he's funny. Yeah, it's a one-hit wonder. Yeah, exactly.
That blew up off a meme versus them. With the content creator, they already put in the work to show they're entertaining regardless of the meme. So even when it does die out, they still have something to fall back on. Versus a person who just blew up off their meme, people just see them as the meme and will
you see this also happen with like Twitch streamers too. Is that like there's Twitch streamers that get really involved with one game and then everybody knows them from that one game. And then as the game falls off or just like their popularity falls off, then people just stop caring. Like, I'll give you a really good example. So there is this streamer, his name was like, I think the One Manny, and he was like, I think pretending to be a dog or a cat or something like that on stream. And this was like way before VTubing was popular. And this guy was doing this, and he ended up like, he had like, 20K viewers, 7K viewers. And then after the novelty of, oh wow, it's a dog or a cat doing something, people just lose interest because it's not really that entertaining. Yeah, or they stop playing the game. Yeah, and that's what happens with a lot of streamers, is that like people can get popular for like being good at a game or like a certain gimmick, but then after a while, everybody just loses interest. Ninja's the best example. Well, Ninja hasn't, like, I mean, Manny totally fell off, right? Where, like, he was getting less than 100 viewers. Ninja still gets thousands of viewers. It's just that he's not the most popular gamer in the world anymore, right? So, like, that's the difference.
Never see them as anything else, sadly. Like, once the internet confirms it in their mind that you fell off, it's like getting sent to purgatory.
Yeah.
More and more people start to say it until eventually the whole comment section is just saying you fell off. And it's funny to me when these people start to say this, because at least the person had a moment. People spam bro fell off.
Well, they want you to fall off because it makes them feel better about themselves. Because now it's like, oh yeah, you thought you were above us. No, you're not. Now you're back in here with us. You're just a loser like we are. That's the reason why it happens.
Act like the person's life is over after. Meanwhile, you've never had that moment in your life, and you probably never will. But there are some good examples of people that honestly did the transition well. Bad Baby as an example. Now look,
I mean, I gotta be honest, bro. Like, so she was on Dr. Phil whenever she was 14, 15 years old, and that's the way people know about her. And then just when she turned 18, she just happened to get a bunch of money from OnlyFans. Like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not going to say it's spawn camping. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it, bro.
You don't have to like her or
wants to be
her
black?
online
I don't
antics.
understand.
But she went from being
Yeah.
famous for saying "Catch Me Outside" to making $50 million off
See,
of
he saw
OnlyFans.
that shit,
Like,
yeah.
she's 21 and
Yep.
can pretty much already retire. She's won. And even
Pretty much already retired. What do you mean pretty much? $50 million? It's a lot of money, man. Like, you don't need to pretty much retire. You can just retire. Yeah.
before that, she started making music that was blown up, which kept everyone talking about her. Like, the first
Yeah.
couple of months is crucial for these viral sensations and is kind of a make or break. I would say in recent times, Ice Spice has done it the best, even though I think her time is coming if she doesn't change something. Like, you're an artist, sweetheart. You can't twerk your way through everything. And she's been getting into so much goddamn drama, people are just starting to straight up hate her. But hey, at least if she does fall off, her ticket right back up is OnlyFans and she'll be able to retire in about a month.
Ain't that something, huh? Ain't that a bit of something? Wow. He down bad? Yeah, I guess so.
So yeah, overall the internet just keeps growing and changing, so who knows how viral moments are going to be in the future. They'll probably have a whole degree in studying it and make that a whole industry alone.
They already do that. They tried to do that in China. With like having all these girls be influencers and have them standing right next to each other talking about it and wait for one of them to pop off so they can capitalize on it. Yeah, no, they already do this shit now.
On Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
What a video. Bro. I love how, like, for him, the ones that didn't fall off are the ones that did OnlyFans. And the thing is, though, right, is that, like, with the Cash Me Outside girl, that's true. She made $50 million. Now, how much of that is, like, really money that she has? I don't know. I'm not sure. But it was a lot. It's over $1 million. I'll tell you that. That's a lot of fucking money, man. That's crazy. He needs a mic. Yeah, I think he should get another mic, but some people like having mics that are kind of lower quality just for like the meme of it, you know? So yeah. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, it's over 25 million. Yeah, you're right about that. Oh my God. $37,000 a month? Maybe. Yeah, it's crazy how that happens. Why wouldn't they do it? Nobody gives a shit and it's a ton of money. Well, so a lot of girls don't want to do it. Like, not every girl wants to sell, like, naked pictures of herself or sexual photos of herself. I understand some people like doing that, but not all of them, right? There are just some women that feel uncomfortable doing it for whatever reason. Well, mic quality's funny to me. It can be funny. Yeah, only the top 1%. And then, yeah, feed pictures is gross as fuck. Here's my perspective. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I know, it sounds crazy, right? Let me link you guys this guy's video. Tommy, I never even watched this guy before, so I'll link you guys his channel. Give him a sub. This was a good video. I think that he touched on a lot of it too. But I think also a lot of the reason why virality now is like kind of so measurable and people like seeing, you know, the fell off stuff is because they like seeing it happen. Because whenever somebody falls off, it feels like justice to them. I think that's a huge fucking factor. I'll be right back.